Let's get to Old Trafford, though. Very controversial, interesting decision there as well. Fulham boss Marco Silva claimed that VAR overturned a penalty in the Manchester United win because the referee's original decision, I think was it Peter Banks? John Brooks, rather. Because the original decision was so bad. The penalty was initially awarded when Matheus Cunha went down under a challenge from Jorge Cuenca. VAR then ruled that it was a shirt pull, which happened outside the area, and he changed it to a free kick. Silva's point was that the penalty was given for the tackle, not for the shirt pull, and it should have been a drop ball. What is your take on this, Dermot?
Do you want to go on this?
I'll let you go first, Dermot.
Dermot, you set us up.
It's a mess. It's a mess.
It was really interesting because I was watching the game live. Referee gives a penalty. I went straight away, without doubt, that is not a penalty. Said the trajectory of the ball told me everything. Also, I was a forward, so I know full well the ball would have went that way if I'd have played it. So I knew that Cuenca had played the ball. Saw one replay, no doubt it's going to be overturned. And then they went back to the original entering the box. And when they see that, once they decide that's the one they're checking, there's no doubt he lets go before he goes into the penalty area. So he decided it's not a penalty, it's factually outside, so they gave a free kick.
So if which they said, they were checking it for the pull, not the challenge. So by that rationale, that's the right decision to give the free kick.
They're not, though. They're not.
That's what they said to the VAR.
The referee is not looking at the shirt pull. The referee, when you watch it, and we've watched it twice, he blows up. The referee, he blows up there. That's where he blows up. He gives the penalty for the tackle, not for the shirt pull. He's not giving it. He's not blowing his whistle there, and he's not seeing that decision. He makes his decision there. So that means for me, and I'd love to see what the audio say and what the referee's saying, is that the discussion is for the foul in the box, not for the shirt pull. Right? So then they decide then that it's not a penalty because he gets the ball. Well, then it's a drop ball.
Yeah,
it's a drop ball for Fulham. The Fulham keeper gets the ball, and that's it. But they go back to try and get themselves out of jail for the referee.
But we've got the audio, right? We can hear it on that show mic'd up, can't we? So presumably that's what he did. You're not going to say you said one thing and actually did another.
Have we got it?
Well, we will at some point.
Okay,
I'd imagine.
Well, that's what I can't wait to see. And if they do, and he says shirt pull, then I hold my hands up. But for me, I'm looking at that decision, and the referee makes a decision on the tackle, not for the shirt pull. And the problem they've got is they go back and they give the shirt ball, which is outside the box, which VAR shouldn't get involved in. It should be a drop ball for Fulham goalkeeper. They get the free kick, they bend it in, and they score.
Yeah. And to make matters worse, Fulham had a goal disallowed for a very tight offside on Samuel Chukwueze when Cuenca scored. When it takes this long to look for an offside, what was it, 3 minutes and 24 seconds? Is it really clear and obvious, or is that re-refereeing football?
The problem is, Matt, that offside is offside. It's not clear and obvious, and it's Chukwueze offside. He is. If he's not offside, it's Cuenca offside that puts the ball in the net, and that would have been what took the time, because they were of the opinion it struck a Manchester United defender to bounce to him. Does it play him onside? Well, I say it strikes him, he doesn't play it. So there was a lot of moving parts, but either way, both players are offside.
I mean, come on. I mean, look how close that is. I mean, you're basically saying that he's offside because he can score with his arm. Well, he can't score with his arm. He can score with his shoulder. But, when you look at that decision, how close is that decision? I've watched, every time I watch it, I think he's not offside. He's not offside. But that's what they've got the automated. They look at it. They've got the 5 centimetre leeway that they're allowed to give.
Which we have, which it should help, right? So it could be even worse than what you're saying in terms of even tighter, couldn't it, without?
Well, I just think, are we chalking off goals for that? Like that tight of a decision for, maybe a shoulder that potentially might be offside. From the naked eye, you look at it and go, he's onside. But then you dive into the situation, the angles and everything, you give offside. I don't know. I feel like you want to chalk goals off for that. Where's the game going? I'd make the line. I was having this discussion. Make the line long. Make it bigger.
Make it bigger. You can have but that's going to cause issues as well. More debate, isn't it? If you have more margin for error, you've got to have a line somewhere.
You have to have a line somewhere. That's the issue. Right? And normally I would agree with Derm. Offside is offside now. It's black and white. But that one there, I just feels harsh.
I go back to what I said 2-3 years ago when Rob Wootton said to me, if you had your wish, what would you change? And I said, it's called football. We go on the feet. And the reason so, you played up front, midfield up front. I was a striker. We're always leaning forward, aren't we?
Yeah.
So the forward, by definition, is always it's always the upper body that's offside. Leaning forward, you're on your run.
Yeah.
Your feet are there.
Right.
It's called football. Everybody's just go on that. But
I thought if you had one wish, Derm, it would have been to have hair.
Some things aren't even wishable.
Right, just time for one more incident to go through from that game. Fulham were awarded a penalty after Harry Maguire dived in on Raul Jimenez. Maguire claimed he got the ball. Does he have a case looking at that? What do we think?
No, he's got no case at all.
Really?
Yeah, he dives in. It's dangerous. It's similar to when Isak breaks his leg. Where it's last ditch from Harry Maguire. He's diving in. He knows that he's going to get a shot away, and it's just a last ditch reckless tackle. It's really dangerous that, and he could have broke his ankle. We've seen Isak. The Van der Ven dives in last ditch, breaks his leg. So you think you can get away with it, but you can't. That's a bad tackle, that.
And again, the travel of the ball tells you everything, doesn't it? The ball's gone forward to the keeper. It's come off Jimenez. Yes. If Maguire got the ball, it'd probably go out for corner.
OK. But there's lots of fallout from Manchester City's draw at Spurs after the City captain, Rodri, said that referees have to be neutral and claimed the people don't want City to win. Following that decision to allow Tottenham's first goal in Sunday's 2-2 draw. Let's have a look at it. Spurs striker Dominic Solanke appeared to kick through the back of Mark Gay's leg before scoring, but VAR deemed there was no foul and referee Rob Jones awarded the goal. Rodri felt it was a clear foul though. You make your own minds up. And he gave this emotional an interview after the game.
I don't know how to feel, honestly. Now I see the images in the pitch, of course, you cannot see. There's a clear foul in the first action of the goal. It's a clear foul. And VAR is for a reason. And these small details make the difference. We're trying to do our best. It's the first goal they score. Maybe they don't score a goal. We win the game. But it's one game and another game and another game. And it's not possible. And honestly, I never speak about referees. I respect their job massively, but they have to pay attention to these things. He kicked the leg, is so clear. It's so clear. He anticipated the leg of Mark, and it's a clear foul. But it's not today. It's just 2-3 games in a row, and I don't know why. Honestly, I know we won too much, and the people they don't want us to win. But the referee has to be neutral. And for me, honestly, it's not fair. It's not fair because we work so hard in these situations now to make these decisions. That you have to move on, of course, but you need to come back. But at the end, when everything is finished, you are frustrated because it's so clear the foul. He kicked the leg, and then, of course, with the push of the action and the ball gets in. But we have to pay attention to these little things. Otherwise, it's going to be difficult for everyone because this league is like this. It's about small details, and everything counts. So I think today is a very tough day for us.
This Manchester United versus Fulham game shouldn't have been about football. But once again, VAR made itself the headline. The key controversy is simple. What was the referee actually giving the penalty for? John Brooks clearly blows for the tackle, not the shirt pull. Everyone watching live sees that. The foul he reacts to happens inside the box, and it's not a penalty. So when VAR rewinds the play and suddenly decides to penalize a different foul, a shirt pull outside the box, that's where the logic collapses. If the referee gave the penalty for the tackle and VAR rules there's no foul, the restart should be a drop ball to Fulham. VAR cannot invent a new foul outside the box to rescue a bad decision. That's the core issue, not interpretation, not bias, process. And to make matters worse, United score from the resulting free kick. That inflames everything. Then you add Fulham's disallowed goal, a painfully tight offside that takes over 3 minutes to check. At that point, it stops feeling like clear and obvious and starts feeling like forensic re-refereeing. Now, to be clear, United didn't ask for this. They played on. They took advantage. That's football. But Fulham have every right to feel aggrieved, not because decisions went against them, but because the rules weren't applied consistently. Manchester United deserved credit for the win. VAR deserved scrutiny, and it got it. This wasn't corruption. It wasn't conspiracy. It was confusion, and that's the most dangerous thing VAR keeps producing.